Welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you a couple other Wordle opportunities here that you could use, some different websites. Now, the first one on this list of the main 7 that are used are Monkey Learn Word Cloud. You could even click on here if you get on his blog. But if you were to click on the Wordle Maker and go in at monkeylearn.com. However, I don't use this one. I use something that's a little bit easier. So see, it pops up. It gives you your words here that you can put in. I put these in earlier. I can generate the cloud. The problem is once I get to the next step, you have to go through all these other subsequent steps to get to your Wordle and see it. So it gets a little bit of complicated, and we don't want complicated. We want easy, we want quick, and we want creative. So we don't want to take up a whole bunch of time peeling back the layers of the onion, so to speak. You also have wordclouds.com. Wordclouds.com is okay. It's not my go-to, but what it does is it wants you to sign up for like the security thing and add an extension and all this other stuff. You can go in and use it if you want to. It's completely your decision. So what you do is you go in, it'll log up, it'll end up showing you a Wordle that they already have here. You can go in and click the word list that they're going to have on it. And you can see it already comes with a ton of words. What you're going to have to do to create your Wordle is end up deleting all of these words and creating your own, and then going in and getting rid of it, right? So we don't want to have to fool with any of that. If you go down all the way down to the bottom right here, once this thing loads up, it'll say start now. Yeah, it'll say start now. I don't know why it's acting so foolish on me now, but it'll say start now. When you click in there, it's going to ask you to go through security protocol and add an extension and all this kind of stuff. And that's irritating. We won't have to fool with that. And a lot of times on our school computers, we can't add extensions without being an administrator. So it's there if you want to use it. It's not the easiest or the quickest to use. I've already talked to you about word art. I did that one first because that's my favorite, because you actually can log in and you can save all of these things. Plus, if you don't want to log in like your students want to use it, it's a good way to use it too. And it actually does the art along with it. If you watch my 2 videos on creating Wordle in wordart.com, video 1 and video 2, it's in there. The next one I want to talk about is Word It Out. Word It Out is extremely easy. Not as creative as the word art, but very simple if you want to get your kids in. So we'll go to worditout.com. And inside worditout.com, what I'm going to do is I'm simply it pops up. It shows all the different designs, custom T-shirts. You can do all kinds of cool stuff. What I'm going to do is even if you're a kid, you just go in and you start creating. Now, you can choose to go in and discover and go look at the community and see what other people are making, but we're making this for our class, and we're doing it for our 2nd grade sight words. I'm just going to type a couple in here. Let me see here. All right, so I'm just going to type some in. Now, once I do that, it's going to and I'm just on normal text right here. You can also no-till. You can also put it in as a table if you want to, like an Excel table. I just put in normal text. It's a little bit easier. And then I'm going to go into generate. So I go in and it generates, and boom, here it is. Now, my kids can't read cursive, so that font's not going to work for me. So I can go in and I can just random generate. I just turn that off. I want sans serif, or however you pronounce it. I want this one, and got it. I want to click save. Cancel. Excuse me. All right, so I've got my font saved here. It'll change it in a minute. And then I have colors. Hey, colors, it's pretty. But you can go in and play around with colors if you want to. And you can play around with the numbers of colors. You can play around with the layout if you want to. Also, the size of the words, you can move those around. And your word list, you can also go in here and decide how many different numbers you want and things like that. Once you're done, you can save it. And I'm going to save it as sight words. And then you save it. So I hope that helps. Thanks.